Shall we please rise to receive the Honorable Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Dr. Emmanuel Ibekachukwu. Welcome, sir. We request the ES of the PTDF to please join him up here. And while we're still standing, we will take
visualization program. We'll comment on this, but if we follow tightly the sort of deadlines and the events that we've set aside, we should be able to achieve that. However, it is an aspiration. We have a 2030 United Nations aspiration deadline. We are saying to ourselves we want to be as fast on this as possible, likely because we have commenced quite a few programs. Even before the United Nations declaration of the deadline. So we're basically working on that. Like I said, the available records are showing that you've almost achieved over 75% of that. So we should be able to hopefully target end 2020. If we don't succeed in 2020, we'll not go on to 2021. I think sometimes we leave the substance and we spend too much energy on the niceties of timeline. What is important is that the 10-year differential between what we are targeting and what United Nations has set for us. So there's enough time within which to do this, but I like to push my folks. I think that if they follow what has been agreed, what the consultants have presented, what we've signed on to, the programs that we've started, I think we should be able to work towards that deadline. Thank you. The second question was on LPG penetration and the absence of infrastructure. It is a key component issue. I've said in very many forums that over $30 billion required for infrastructure in the petroleum sector in this country. And I think it's something we need to begin to address very, very seriously. Now, in the interim, the thing we've done is to look at virtual pipelines, which is basically using trucks, specialized trucks, to try and move commodities to every part and nook of the country. And we're setting up under the LPG penetration model, like we said this morning, we're setting up LPG penetration distributors, and so they're the ones who pick up the LPG from the manufacturers of the MPG, put in their own filling plants and cover a given systemic area that has been set out. And they will obviously have trucks to pick it up from the south and take it into the north. Final solution, obviously, at some point in time is that we need to have all the infrastructure we need to run this efficiently. But we cannot continue to wait for those infrastructure. Like, you know, the Federal Executive Council has approved quite a series of them, the OBOB, AKK, all of them. But it takes time to build. Some of those are being private sector funded. It takes time to put those in place. I don't think we can justify any more wait to move on and begin to put solutions in place without having to wait for those infrastructure. So that's what we're trying to do. We said gas flare is a major issue. There's no country in the world that's not flaring gas by virtue of their operations. We are 75% compliant, means that some serious work has been done historically up to this point. We're trying to target 100% compliance. So I don't think it is fair for us to say, look, we're pushing back, Certainly in the 3 years or 4 years that we've been here under His Excellency President, we've achieved those 35% timelines. We have put in place a gas policy. We have gazetted gas supply commercialization. We have begun LPG deployment. I think, and we've begun to task oil companies on the need to clean out their sites. DPR has become digitalized in such a way that you can see the sites. You can identify them, you can identify productions that are careless and the ones that are caused by natural hazards of production. So a lot more strictness has been put in this. That's why I can confidently say that given what we're doing today, we can shoot towards the goalposts that we set for ourselves. Nobody put that goalpost to us, we did. And I think the fact that we're bold enough to say we'd like to exceed, but it shows how serious this matter is. Because it's become a health issue. It's not even an economic issue anymore. It's become a survival issue. You go around Abuja, you see how hot it is these days. You ask yourself, is this normal? So there are reasons for concern all over the world on this. The second question you asked is that the only question you asked? Is it for domestic or is it for export? Quite frankly, the focus right now is on domestic application, but we have not limited that. I'm very interested in meeting my DSO obligations. How do I get enough gas into this country? I think it's a misnomer to be exporting massively when we don't have enough to deal with power, we don't have enough to deal with agriculture. It just doesn't make sense. So my emphasis is to move as much gas as I can locally. Now, obviously, that can be hindered by, like somebody pointed out, infrastructural deficiencies here and there, but we need to focus on how to target those. Storage for gas LPG, for example, in the country is very small. Only those that are available in Lagos. It's completely under. So one of the things we're going to be doing really is the time for an infrastructural master plan and launch for this country is well overdue for the energy sector. That will address pipelines on private sector base, that will address depots, that will address storage tanks for gas, that will address all manners of facilities that are required. And it's obviously very much up in the sort of plan that we have in the President's second term.
Who is that man?
Thank you very much. And I think here, Honorable Minister will address the press crew here.